guys! Welcome to Mama's Boys. In this program, we will meet priests from around the globe. We will discuss interesting features of their lives, from their humble beginnings, their calling, the churches, and more.
On our previous episode with Father Emil, he talked about his seminary days and his experiences as a young priest. You may click down the link provided at the description box for part 1 and part 2 of Father Emil's interview. Join us again as we continue our interview with Reverend Father Emiliano Dizon Jr.
So I was assigned in Mabalacat for 2 years and 3 months as an assistant parish priest. And then I was assigned at San Isidro, Bacolor Parish. During those days, usually assistant parish priests spend more than 6 years as assistant before they can become parish priest. I was the first one to break that rule during those days. After only 2 years and 3 months, I was assigned in San Isidro, Bacolor as parish priest for 3 years and 9 months, from 1981 to 1985. 1981 to 1985. 3 years and 9 months and 11 days. 2 years, 9 months, and 11 days. So I was assigned in San Isidro, Bacolor. And then after my stay in San Isidro, then I was assigned at Virgen de los Remedios Parish sa Balete, San Fernando. And then I was transferred to Our Lady of Mount Carmel Parish. This is a very challenging parish I ever had because during those days, if you are familiar with the Pampanga sugar mill, it was the largest sugar mill in the Far East during that time, I think, and it was the bread and butter of the people at Mount Carmel Parish. That is at Pulong Masle, Bagbo, Pampanga. Actually, it was Del Carmen, what do you call this? At the parish of Mount Carmel, Lady of Mount Carmel. Actually, I had three what do you call this? 3 towns. 3 towns were under me. Actually, part of the 3 towns, though. Lubao, Guagua, and Del Carmen, that's in Florida, and then Porac, which is one barrio, was also under me, no? Tatlong bayan. And their bread and butter there actually was their work at the Pampanga sugar mill. But then the day of my assignment there, the Pampanga sugar mill got bankrupt. It was closed. And the people suffered because they do not know any kind of work except that passionate. It was a very terrible experience I had. No? And I knew that it was, what do you call this? It was there that I really cried because I do not know what to do. I got, I do all this, parang naubusan ako ng kaalaman. Naubusan ako na what I should do to these people in order to be able to help them. Their morality just what do you call this, disintegrated. There was a disintegration of morality and everything, at poverty, because they have no work to do. They do not know. They are not knowledgeable of any other work that is available to them, because they are concentrated only that possible. Because before that, when Pampanga Sugar Mill was still flourishing, no? You know, that place is like a paradise. It is like a paradise. Literally, it's like a paradise. Everything is there. Everything is clean, very clean. No, even the canals are very clean because they have to make it clean. They really take good care of the place. But then, too bad when the government took that was already during the Marcos regime, they took control of the Pampanga Sugar Mill, and that was the beginning of its downfall. It was the beginning of its downfall. They took all the resources, and they built another sugar mill somewhere in Bacolod City, and it got bankrupt also because of mismanagement. But anyway, that was my experience, and that was my longest experience, my longest assignment. It took me more than 8 years in that place, more than 8 years. And it was a very challenging experience I had in my whole life as a parish priest. But although I would say it is the most difficult, but it has challenged me, particularly in my life as a priest. So after my stay at Mount Carmel Parish, Mount Carmel Parish, Guagua, I was assigned at St. Catherine Parish for Pampanga. Supposed to be, I have to stay there for 6 years. That is our period of time, period of assignment. But then after 1 year and 7 months, by force of circumstance, I was assigned at Arayat, Pampanga. The same parish name, St. Catherine of Alexandria Parish, so the same parish name. I was assigned there, and it was a really very challenging experience I ever had in there. I think I don't have to make the details because I don't want to become controversial. something really happened there, no? But it took me 2 years, 11 months, and 20 days. Again, I was, by force of circumstance, I was again assigned at Our Lord's Transfiguration Parish, Alanes Subdivision, Angeles City. I spent 1 year and 1 month. 1 year and 1 month, because I just have to continue the term of our being assigned, our assignments. Then after that, after my assignment at Our Lord's Transfiguration, I was assigned at Betis, Pampanga, St. James Parish, Betis, Pampanga. It was in this parish that I had the great. Actually, by the way, when I was at the parish of St. Catherine Arayat, I already had somehow a concern of these churches, no? Because the first thing that I usually do is to check the parishes, no, the church itself, for any termite problem. Because at Balite, I had that great problem in Balite, the worst problem. All my what do you call this? All my memorabilia were destroyed by these termites. So from that day on, every parish that I was assigned, the first thing that I do is to inspect the churches of termites. No? So when I was assigned at Arayat, there was indeed a problem of termites. and people were not aware of it. And it was already worse during that time. People were not even, they did not even mind me. They ignored my concern. But then I said, please, kindly check the building, of termite problem. And yun na nga ang nangyari. There was already a problem. So when they tried to inspect it, yung ceiling the ceiling of the church has already been invaded by termites, So they were so grateful to me. Otherwise, there's a possibility also that the church could collapse during that time. So when I was assigned at Betis, St. Michael, St. James Parish, again, the first thing that I did was to check for any termite problem. And they told me, Father, during the time of Father Ed, we just had an inspection of these termites. And that was only around 6 months ago. But I said, please, just check. Someone just check it. It may not be, just to be sure. Just to be sure. So, again, they ignored me. But then, by accidentally, we had a platform at the back of the sacristy. An old woman, Mantelo, we call Mantelo, was in charge of the, the vestments, He accidentally stepped on that platform, and then he almost, bumagsak. Something wrong. So he told me, Father, something wrong, sabi niya, sa platform. So I checked the platform. So I asked, because it was a heavy platform, I told my companions to lift it up. When they lift it up, oh my God, there were so many termites already. So it was already eaten under the the platform. So immediately I asked them to check the retablo. When they take the retablo, there was an image of Saint Joseph, which was on top of the retablo. When they held it, nag-collapse. Wala na pa ng laman. Nag-collapse. So I asked the people to check the ceiling. There were 16 beams who were already empty, hollowed because of the termites. And the engineer said, Father, anytime your roof will collapse.
Want to know more about Reverend Father Emiliano Dizon Jr.? Tune in to Limang Siglo's YouTube channel and Facebook page for the next part of our interview.
There you have it, guys. Thank you for joining us in this episode of Mama's Boys. Hope to see you in our future episode. This has been your host, Karen Dane. Jama Taray Shunen!